Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So we're going to take a look at the Voltax or Voltax. I think it would be more Voltax. But anyways, this is a 900 lumen cob LED work light, utility light. And it has a 1 watt front bulb. And it has 60 SMDs in the front. They don't say how many watts they are, but just there's 60 of them. Anyway, so it comes with 3 AAA batteries all ready to go. So you have no worries. You're just buy it, take it home, and play. But buy yourself some extra AAAs. Now, this thing they claim about 5 hours of runtime, according to the box. Sorry, 4 hours. 4 hours max runtime. Now that's going to be at full blast. Then we have the lower level. And then of course we have our front facing cob. So, and it can get quite bright. That is huge. Now that's the full blast. 1 level down. And of course the front cob pointing at the ceiling. Anyways, it's made out of plastic, obviously. It does have a hook and a kickstand. So you've got both here. The only problem is it's a little fussy to try and get at them. Anyway, so your kickstand can kind of go on a couple of angles. Basically, it'll hold up to this sort of thing, and then all the way down like this. And you can go, a few areas in between kind of thing, right? And then, of course, you do have your hook here that can rotate to where you need to hang it. So great for working on vehicles with, great for camping, great for just having an emergency light around the house that is really super flipping bright. Okay. Now, one of the things I do for a job is I work on RV trailers. And so, of course, crawling underneath them, we need light down there, especially, doing brakes and stuff, adjusting the brakes on them, whatever is being done underneath. And, of course, inside work as well. It's handy to have small work lights, but also at the same time, very bright ones. Now, I have been using the Reactor work light, which is really nice because you can rotate it, and you can put it on different angles kind of thing, and it stays there just fine. And it's got a really strong magnet on it as well. And this thing's been serving me pretty good. It's actually my second one. My first one, it could have been the battery or something died, but it wouldn't even take a charge anymore, so I'm figuring the charging circuit went or the battery. Anyways, I stripped it for parts, kept the light bulbs anyways, and the rest went in the garbage. But this is my second one, and these are like, I think it was like 25 or 30 bucks. But I'm only getting about a year and a half out of one of these things. And you'll notice this is all foggy right now. It's because it was worse than this. I've had chemicals spill on this thing, everything. So I took some sandpaper to it a few days ago to try and get some shine back at it. And, and of course it screws up once in a while. But, it's not exactly the brightest. Oh, see, it went dim on me. So, I don't know what it is. Something's probably loose or something. I'm going to take it apart, see if I can fix it, and get a little bit more life out of it. In the meantime, I got these at Rama for $4 a piece, and I bought 2 of them. So, one for at work in the shop, and the other one for either in here or in my workshop in the backyard. So, if I needed to do something or whatever I can, and I've got this. I would recommend replacement batteries being energizers, but I mean, these are really cheap batteries that are in here, so even the dollar store brand batteries should be fine to work in this thing for even up to 4 hours. We're gonna see, because I'm using the batteries that came with it until they die. So we'll see what kind of usage I get overall. I've got probably about half an hour runtime in on the one in the shop right now that I use for working on RVs with. So we'll see how much longer the batteries last, and maybe we'll do an update review at some point. Now, as far as coloration goes, nice colors, black and yellow. Can easily see it just about anywhere. The hook is nice, the stand is nice, I like it. It has a magnet on it. Absolutely sucks. It just barely can hold its own weight. I was actually just out in my shop with this one, and I have a metal cabinet on the wall, and I just kind of stuck it up there because I didn't feel like plugging hydro into the shop. and just to do some testing in there, and it's like the thing was like just it slid a bit and then stopped, and I'm like, that can just barely hold its own weight. Yeah, okay, so that actually sucks. And where they've located it, of course, is a dumb place. They should have put it more central, or put a second one at least, because a second one even right where the hook is would have been good, and then at least you'd have a balanced amount of pull. Even on two weak magnets, it would make for being the equivalent to one stronger magnet, which would be more idealistic. So something they should improve on, actually. But with 60 SMDs in there on the front end, and that getting that bright, that's really good. You know, that's, cob lights are nice. I hate regular LEDs for flashlights these days, especially since experiencing the world of cob lights. Cobs like really rule. I have some little tiny 3-watt cobs. I've got some little SMDs. I don't know what kind of wattage they put out, but not a whole lot obviously in little ones, but enough to get pretty darn bright. Now I've dropped this particular unit in the house here from a little over 8 feet right onto my floor where I have a carpet. Very, very thin carpet too, mind you. So, and the most that happened was the battery cover popped off. So durability in that aspect, not too shabby. If you're dropping it on asphalt or concrete, you may end up doing some damage at 8 feet or higher. You know, below that, it shouldn't take on much more than popping the battery cover off. But who's to say? It depends on the situation, I guess. It also depends on the temperature outside too, because this is plastic, and so, you know, but it seems to be put together okay. Test of time, right? But for $4, you can't really complain. I mean, you think about just the front cob alone. That's like at least a $4, $5 part. You know, you can buy the whole darn light with a nice, good quality switch too. That's also rubber sealed, so it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's waterproof, but I'd give it some water resistance factor to it at least. You know, to a certain point, obviously. But for the money, it's great. Now, as far as what we would score this sucker at, I'd give it 4 out of 5. Only because it's not perfect and it has a really weak magnet. They could have put a second magnet. They had the space. They could have done it. Now, the kickstand, on the other hand, it works good. The hook actually works rather well, too. But, you know, with the kickstand, I mean, you can get a few different angles at this thing to give it good stability on whatever surface. And you can lay it down about this flat, which isn't actually too bad. So, that's actually decent. And I found it very useful today at work when I was working on a trailer, adjusting the brakes, because I need to be able to see at the back of the backer plate, and it lights up the area really nice for me. So, you know, and also it's like literally size comparison. I mean, come on, this is much better, you know. So anyway, this old dog though, if I can't fix it, then it's going to end up in the garbage, but I'll rescue the LEDs first, because I do have another set from the other one I had. Now I am looking into buying another set of rechargeable cob lights. I've been kind of looking at different styles and different types of cob setups, different wattages obviously, run times, rechargeable versus straight battery, or dual purpose rechargeable and or battery, you know, kind of thing. And I've got a couple of sets in mind, and I'm only looking at buying one set, so we'll see how that goes. But for the amount of money I'm going to spend on those, they also have kickstands, and I'm still looking at reviews to see which one's got the best quality kickstand and best LEDs and so on and so on. But for $4, you kind of honestly can't go wrong with this thing. You really can't. And so that's also another reason why I think it deserves a 4 out of 5, because yeah, you can't even build one of these things for $5. I mean, seriously, they have to make millions of these suckers in order to be able to sell them off for $4 a pop retail in Canada. So far less in the States for the same exact one. But if you have any experience with this brand and this particular light as well, let me know in the comments below and what you found with it for, you know, the durability purposes you did. But for working on cars, working on RVs, you know, so we're talking like trailers, motorhomes, that sort of stuff. Just general shop stuff around the house, what have you. You know, emergency backup lighting. I mean, come on, seriously? Like, that's a lot of brightness, you know. I'm gonna try it outside tonight and see how bright it is out in the yard, because they do claim, what is it, 15 and a half foot range. Now, that doesn't say if it's the front light or if it's the top, you know, it doesn't say if it's the front flashlight part or this part, but either way, we'll see how it lights up. It lights up my 10 by 10 shop extremely well by itself with the door shut, because it's like pitch dark in there, and I tried it out and it's like, man, it's pretty bright, you know, that's pretty cool. Anyways, that's what I got for you, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comments down below, let me know what you thought. If you like it, you don't like it, kind of up to you, doesn't really matter. I kind of like it. I think it's great. I think it was a great purchase too. So anyways, see ya.